Today I let the AI take over the design of this park in Parkitect, a game similar to Roller Coaster Tycoon where you design and build your own park and you have to manage it. There is this scenario called Orchard Acres. It consists of two separate parks you need to build up, but how is the park gonna look like? Well, let the AI decide. I put up an input for ideas for a theme park, and one thing that caught up my eyes was that it suggests that I build a roaring 20s area. And this was what I went with, because in California there is this theme park called Knott's Berry Farm and they have this roaring 20s area that was really cool. Throughout the scenario I played homage to that park. AI is a very powerful tool, however it is not perfect, and theme parks feel like the opposite of AI generated content. Theme parks attract visitors with their attention to detail and storytelling, and that is something I took advantage of in this scenario. By the way, I am using DALL-E to design the thumbnail of this video, and it was not perfect because I had to put many inputs to get the best results. This scenario was also a bit hard as you ideally want to open the same amount of rides on each side, but you don't always get the best rides on your research, and that's one of the things. Parkitect, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, has a research feature where you need to spend money to get some rides even before you build them. But later on, after you reach some goals, you unlock the middle of the park and you can connect the two. But that won't solve your problems because of staff. This scenario was a bit hard. So much of this scenario was spent on creating and demolish coasters and flat rides. And I also have to report that I had the corkscrew coaster and the hybrid coaster mods installed, and they actually appear in this scenario when I research for roller coaster, but that was technically cheating, so I apologize for forgetting to turn off the mods. But as a content creator, most of you guys probably don't care about the scenario, because for me it was a mess as I accidentally deleted a save file and had to restart parts of it. My goal is to teach you guys on different design principles with Parkitect and other theme park tycoon games. So I got the corkscrew coaster here, something that Knott's Berry Farm actually had back in the day. It was one of the first still inverting roller coaster. It still exists to this day at Silvarret. And with that I was able to complete the scenario and unlock mods. Parkitect offers free mods via the Steam Workshop, and since the game is not available on console, I highly recommend you to download some of them to let your park grow. Now let's tour the park. We start in the Roaring 20s area. We have this building that pays tribute to Kingdom of the Dinosaurs at Knott's Berry Farm. We also have the classic cars and the gold car that play tribute to wacky soapbox racers. If you can find some reference to that classic attraction, let me know in the comments below. Unfortunately, it was replaced by what is considered by many to be the worst roller coaster ever in California. Then we have the main street with different building styles all the way through. We also have the old farmer house, which was preserved and turned into a restaurant. There's also this elevated railway here. There's also this RMC roller coaster. Again, I'm not an engineer, so roller coaster building is not my area of expertise, but it's something I quite like. On the other side of the park, I preserved the middle of the farm in its original state. We arrive at the classic amusement park area. Sometimes you'll see that the theme parks have these areas that are themed to old amusement parks, like Movie Park Germany, where they have this area here. It is something quite meta. This area pays tribute to Electric Park, for instance. There is this old wooden roller coaster that's quite outdated looking, but there's also this modern Wild Mouse. The backstory of this area is that the park started here as a county fair, but it just expanded over the years. Here you'll find the corkscrew, which is themed to aviation and barnstorming, and then we have the Mexican area with this pyramid that has a kiddie coaster going through it. Again, another tribute to Knott's Berry Farm, and then we also have this colonial looking Mexican area. So, what do you think of my park? And let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see which game is better, Parkitect or Roller Coaster Tycoon, click this video on the screen right now.